Good morning, good morning, good morning. It's a breezy morning, but it's a good morning. It is cold today, but it's all good, and we thank you for joining us this morning. Just know that there's life before death, and I'm living a life. If you're listening, you're living a life too. And I want you to know this morning that regardless of what calendar you're using, there's a Gregorian calendar that Pope Gregory the 13th started back in 1582, and it replaced the Julian calendar, which was promoted and modified by Julius Caesar back way in the day and centuries ago. But regardless of which calendar, there's Hebrew calendar, Islamic calendar, a whole bunch of calendars. But I want you to know, regardless of which calendar you're using, time stands still for no one. It stands still for no one. Each day is going to come and go, even if you didn't order it. It's on the menu, but you can't change the menu. Each day is going to come and go as it feels it needs to. And it's never going to stop until the Most High says that it's going to stop. So remember, time does not change, does not stop for anyone. So we have to act like we're living among the living and not dead. So this week, my heart was troubled because of a lot of deaths and funerals of close friends and family and acquaintances. And the thoughts tried to consume me. And I started thinking what it felt like to die, you know, what death felt like. And as I'm pondering that, I had to question myself and say, why are you thinking about what it feels like to die when you're among the living? So once I got my thoughts together about living and death, then I started thinking, I said, well, let me think about what it feels like living, because I'm living. I know I'm living, and I'm glad to be living. And so what I did, and the condolences now, I want to stop to give condolences to those who have lost loved ones in the past month or so, even before that. We spend years falling in love with our friends and our families and acquaintances that are dear to our heart. And when they die, our hearts are broken. And it takes time for your heart to heal. And while you're healing, just remember those good, fun memories. And just know that you are among the living. You are among the living. You are among the living, and it's good to be alive. Death hurts, and we know that. But all of us are going to have to face, good morning, all of us are going to have to face death at one point or another. Now, I'm talking about death, but I'm not in any means trying to rush it, okay? I just want to tell you where my head was this past week. And it was on that topic about living and death. And dying. And so what I started doing, because remember I already told you that death, the thoughts of death was trying to consume me because so many people had died. So many funerals were playing. And it hurt me something awful. And I didn't know what to do. I did not know how to talk to the family about death. And so I chose to ignore some families, and I apologize for that. But I just didn't know what to say. But as this thought about death consumed me, I started trying to pull myself out of that realm of thinking about death, because I am among the living. And so I sat down and I wrote a list. And I'm going to read from my list the things that I come up that, because I don't know what happens when you die. I do not know what death feels like, and nor do I want to know what death feels like right now. For a long time, actually. I want to live as long as I possibly can. All of us do. But we never know when we're going to die. But in any case, I came up with a list of things that let me know I'm living. Because I could not come up with a list of what it feels like to die. But I have an extensive list of items that I wrote. Because, like I said, death, the thoughts of death, the thoughts of the pain or whatever, I don't know what happens. I don't know. I can't tell you what happens. When you die, and so all I could do was just encourage myself, and so I'm going to encourage you with my list of what it feels like to be living, okay? So the items that I have, and they're not in any particular order, but I wrote down what living feels like. Living feels like waking up and being able to inhale and exhale. going to the bathroom, brushing my teeth, showering or bathing, eating, speaking, kissing, laughing, learning, cooking, listening, talking, walking, visiting, loving, creating, crying, thinking, marrying, having children, having grandchildren, having great-grands, going to school, studying, going to work, getting paid, having your first date, praying, setting goals, accomplishing goals, driving a car, traveling, writing a book, serving others, making choices and decisions, watching television, dancing, reading, playing games, getting wisdom, showing expressions of love, and the list could go on and on and on and on. So I need for you to sit down somewhere with a pen and paper and make your life list of actions anytime, but especially when you get tired of people, tired of toxic family members, tired of the same day and night routine, tired of working, tired of church folks, tired of being lied to, tired of people breaking their promises to you, tired of the way you look, tired of loving someone who don't love you back, tired of being mentally exhausted, tired of being physically exhausted, tired of crying, tired of fighting, tired of being alone, tired of thinking about your regrets, tired of being broke, tired of your job, tired of thinking of things that keep you depressed and full of anxiety. Remember, you're among the living. And so these are actions that the living take. When you die, you can't do any more of that. And that's just my small little list. You can, when you write your list, you're going to cover other things that I did not cover. But remember, you're among the living, and you have to walk like you're among the living, even though you may have some issues. Because who told you life was going to be grand all the time? No one. No one promised you a grand life. But life, it can be what you make it. You have an opportunity to walk in your purpose or not walk in your purpose. But my point here is that we know what living feels like. So I need for all of us to live. I need for you to know that you're needed. I need for you to, while you're alive, make positive changes day in and day out. Regardless of what your circumstances are, it is your choice. It is your choice. As for the anxiety, the depression, the sickness, the trauma and the drama, you can pray. If you don't believe in prayer, try praying to the Most High. You can seek counseling. You can seek guidance from a mentor or from someone who you know is trustworthy. And my point here is just get help any way you can. Whatever help you need, seek the help. Adjust your life so that you can have the best productive life before it is time for you to die. And don't be ashamed to ask for help. It's nothing wrong with seeking help for problems. That's why they call problems, and help. If you look at the two words, problems and help, if you seek help, then your problems will balance out. So you can't walk around in this life just doing any and everything and not seeking help, because everybody needs help sometime. Regardless of what time you need, you know what type of help you need, you just go with the help, okay? And so I got it. So anyway, don't focus on death. Don't focus on dying. And if you've lost someone, understand that grieving is a process. Sometimes it takes us years to overcome the loss of the death of a loved one. But in any case, while we're grieving, remember to grieve. Some of us want to block that out and not shed tears and act like it didn't bother us when it really did. Well, that's not the best thing to do. You should really let your heart open up and grieve through the process. Don't shut it down. If you need to cry, you don't have to cry in front of anybody if you choose not to. You don't have to do that, but remember to cry. Remember to think of all the fun memories. Remember to, don't think about the regrets though if you can. Try not to think about the regrets, what you shoulda, coulda, wish you had done. Don't do that. Try to think of the fun memories and the joy that they brought to your life and the joy that you brought into their life when you lose a loved one. Death is something we're all going to have to face. But my point here this morning is that death comes. But before death comes, we have an opportunity to live. And how you live, the decisions you make, the choices you make, it's all yours. And so live have those action things. I mean, even, life, it has its ups and downs. There's no doubt about that. And we don't always get what we want the way we want it when we want it. But there are ways to minimize things. Try to remember your most happiest time, and remember and go back and try to do something that makes you really, really happy when you're stressed and full of anxiety and depression and you don't know which way to turn. For me, and you don't have to believe in what I believe in, but I believe in the Most High. Now, He rules this universe contrary to popular belief. And so I always like to talk to Him. He's someone that you can talk to and share your feelings and your views and your wants and your desires with, and it won't go any further than with Him. And so that's one way. Sometimes you want to share with family and friends that you are trustworthy, but then you feel uncomfortable sharing everything. So you can always just get on your knees, and you don't have to be on your knees to talk to Him. You can be sitting, laying, in whatever position you want to be in, because He's available 24 hours, 7 days a week. And I don't want to make anyone believe what I believe or anything like that, but just try sitting down in a wonderful, calm spot and start thinking of good memories, of fun memories, of good times, and what your desires and your needs and your wants are. And as you think, have a pen and paper with you so that you can write those things down. Write your advantages and disadvantages about the way life is right now, and know that there is someone else out there that can help you. And it's your choice now as to whether you believe that or not. But still, you have an opportunity to receive Him if you want. Again, I'm available because I'm trying to make things happen in this world, because we kind of suck in the way we treat each other and what we think about each other, and our morals have gone down the tube. And I really want to uplift people in this world, all over the world. If I can touch hearts through what I say, then so be it. I'm not saying I have all the correct answers, and my ideas might not be what you want to think about, but at least have your own ideas about how you want to be positive in this world, how you want to make positive change, and how you want others to view other people in a caring and loving way. Because we got to change. I read let me see if I can remember it. I read something Dr. Martin Luther King said just a couple of days ago, and he said something like, hate creates more hate. And if we show more love towards one another, love creates love. And so that's something like what we need to do. And if you're tired of thinking, it's okay. I need for you to just write it down, 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 write it down. Love yourself in all your situations. And remember, you can reach us at our website at changetomorrowtoday365.org. You can email me at changetomorrowtoday365@gmail.com. If you visit our website, you will see our phone number, and you can call if you want to talk even further. I'm not trying to say that I have the ability to help, but talking sometimes helps. And, you just have to decide for yourself if you want to trust me. But, it's up to you. I'm not forcing anyone to listen, and I'm not forcing anyone to visit our website or to email. But I do want you to know that we are available. And our goal at Change Tomorrow Today 365 is to do all that we can to make our heritage better, to become more like what we should become, and to have good morals, and to think clearer, and to be more self-sufficient and become more spiritually. So I believe my time is up, and I thank you for joining me. And for all of those who tuned in, I wish you well. I need for you to think differently as you proceed in this week, and to do something different. Something different that's positive will bring about a positive change in your life, your family life, your co-workers' life. You know, don't keep doing the same old thing and not get any good results, any positive results. So I bid you farewell, and I thank you for joining me, and we'll see you next Sunday. Goodbye.